Okay, so this is going to be a review slash debrief of my trip along the North Fork Mountain Trail. So the way this video is going to work, the first section of it's going to be more of a summary or a review of it, and then the second section is going to be exactly what I experienced, like a debriefing. So let's get started. First thing you should know, I did the trail backwards. I started at 28 and I went to 33. You should start it the other way. You should start it how All Trails says you should do it. And I will tell you, your legs will thank you for it, because I'm showing an image of what the trail is on screen right now, and then this is what I did. So I had that giant steep section right at the beginning. Oh, and it killed my legs. And it killed my momentum, which is even worse. Anyway, so if you are planning to backpack, I recommend you start at 33, Route 33, and then you hike to 28. That said, if you're only planning on doing a day hike, like you're not camping out, you just want to go hiking somewhere, I would recommend going the 28 route, because a lot of the beautiful scenery is right there at the beginning of the 28. So I'll put some videos and some pictures up right now so you can kind of see what you're going to get into if you go that route. Anyway, so along the route, you're gonna find a variety of animals. I saw deer, a lot of chipmunks, squirrels, eagles, variety of birds. Two things I didn't see. One, black bears. I didn't see a single black bear, but I know they are on the mountain, so do your research about black bears, what to do if you encounter them, so you're prepared. I also didn't see any snakes, but I do know there are snakes up there. Some not so friendly kinds, like copperheads. They are up there. Be careful of snakes. Yeah, it is a wonderful hike. It is challenging in some parts. There are many parts that are overgrown, so you'll kind of be squeezing your shoulders together to get through. There's also one section where you got to climb over some rocks. I didn't even know you're supposed to go that way. I walked right past it thinking I was on the right way, came to a dead end, was like, oh, I gotta climb over a bunch of rocks. I wish I had pictures of it, but I don't. So there are some challenging bits, and it is a 25-mile hike, and there's no water along the way, or at least none that I saw. So definitely prepare yourself. I would plan for it to be a 3-day hike. You can power through in 2, absolutely doable. For me, it took 3, but I had to backtrack a few times. I'll get into that. But you should plan for 3 days, because you're gonna want to kind of go off the path a little bit to get a bunch of the really nice views. So, as for the path being marked, if you are going the correct way, which is from 33 to 28, you will have no problems following the path whatsoever. If you're going from 28 to 33, like I did, there are 2 parts where the path is misleading. At one section, you'll come across a cell phone tower. After that cell phone tower, you come to a fork in the road. There's no marking whatsoever. My intuition said just keep going straight, because the fork either went straight or it went off to the left. I got about a mile down when I realized this isn't the way to go. So had to backtrack, take a left, saw some of the blue diamond trail markings, realized I was on the right track. The second part that is not marked so well, you come to a private property no trespassing section. And it literally says no trespassing. And so I kind of backtracked a few times thinking I missed like a turnoff. No, you're supposed to go on the road that says no trespassing. You only walk down that road for maybe half a mile, and then you get back onto National Forest property, and then you see your blue diamond trail markers. But yeah, I didn't like that. I grew up in West Virginia. You should not trespass. So when I see a no trespassing sign, I don't trespass because guns are scary. Yeah, so those are the only two problems where I found the trail wasn't marked really well. Otherwise, the trail's marked beautifully well. You won't get lost. So yeah, that's kind of a summary of it. There are views throughout the hike. Unfortunately, my battery died on day one, well, beginning of day two, so I only got pictures from day one. But throughout the entire hike, there are views, which is wonderful sights to see. So it's not like the first section is like the only section where you're going to get to see those magical landscapes. It's all spread out throughout. So with that said, I want to get into my debriefing. So I started the trail. I only hiked up about a quarter mile. I don't consider it the first day, but I hiked up about a quarter mile of it because it was getting dark. I just got there. Made camp, totally fine. Slept real good. Next day, had to hike up that big steep section because I did it in reverse. And it killed my legs. It absolutely killed my legs. But I made it. I got a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. If you go the way I went, you're going to keep thinking you're at the top. You're never at the top. So I got up there, kept walking. Finally, I got to the top, which isn't actually the top. I got up there and it was starting to get dark, so I actually set up my hammock in the form of a bivvy right on the edge of a cliff. I will show a picture right here of what that looked like, and that was an amazing sleep. I slept so well. I was a little worried it was going to be really windy and cold. It wasn't. Wind died down pretty early in the night. So I woke up, continued on the trail. Yeah, as I said before, there were sections where it's overgrown, sections where it's rocky. Sometimes the trail was wide, sometimes the trail was narrow. Well marked at this point. Absolutely wonderful. And there's always parts where you can kind of veer off to the right and see some wonderful landscapes. So I kept walking, and probably the next kind of milestone, if you will, or checkpoint, whatever you want to call it, I came to a parking lot with cars, and I was very confused because I knew I wasn't at the end. Like, I didn't have my phone or anything because battery were dead, so I didn't have GPS or a map or anything. But I knew I didn't walk 25 miles. I knew it. But yeah, you come to like a parking lot, and you can either go left or you can go right. It's kind of like a fork in the road, kind of, sort of. And you go right, saw the blue diamonds, trail markers, followed them. Must have climbed 500 feet of just blacktop paved road. At this point, I was concerned because I didn't want to hike blacktop paved road. I wanted to walk a trail in the mountain. But yeah, you get up to the top there, and there is a cell phone tower, and it's an access road. And so you keep walking, and that's where the fork is I mentioned earlier. If you go the way I go, after the cell phone tower, make sure you take a left at the fork. Don't go straight. Your intuition is wrong. So you take that left, and at this point I'm a little disappointed because, you know, I was walking on access roads and I wanted to be walking the mountain. But there did come a point where you take a left off of that access road and it's beautiful. It's like there's so much to this trail. Of course, you're on top of a mountain, you're getting those landscape views, it looks beautiful. But then at this point, I am in just flat woodland, and there's just grass, it's green everywhere. It feels like a completely different trail. Completely different. It was really nice, really refreshing. So, again, you keep on going, and the trail lasts a very long time. And at that point, after I walked for so long, I came to that no trespassing sign, and it was getting dark, so I decided to go to sleep. Went to sleep. I woke up. I then backtracked up and down that trail from where the last blue diamond was to that no trespassing sign about 3 times. Now, I really didn't want to trespass. And then one time while I was walking back, I saw a biker fly by me. So I was like, okay, I guess this is the way I gotta go. And so that's what I did. I got onto that road, about a half mile up, blue diamonds, National Forest property sign. So that's the way you go. And from there, it was just straightforward. Keep on walking. You know, all different kinds of terrain once again. Still more views. Like even at this point, day 3, almost at the end, you're still up in the mountains. You're still at the top of the mountain. You're gonna get some really good pictures. I really wish my camera hadn't died. So yeah, I kept walking and I got to the very end, and I will say this. I didn't spend much time looking around, but I did notice there wasn't a parking lot. So I don't think you can park at the Route 33 entrance because there's 2 gates and they both said no parking in front of them. And that was it. So be wary of that. But yeah, all in all, it's a great hike. It was my first really big hike in a long time. You know, I've done a few short hikes here and there over this journey, but that was the first really long one, and it was really nice. Like, the views were amazing. It's just, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I definitely recommend checking it out if you're in the area. It's a great trail. Great for camping out. Just, yeah, be careful of bears and snakes. And that is it. So, yeah, this is my first kind of like trail review / debrief. So, let me know how it is. I plan on doing more. Like right now, I am walking down the Greenbrier River Trail. I'm definitely going to do a review of this trail because it is absolutely gorgeous. Amazing trail. Very easy trail, not difficult at all. Nothing but flat ground, entire way. So anyway, I will see you later. Have a wonderful day.